think what Neev does at Language Day is it gives the kids and us 3 weeks of a capsule community. For 3 weeks after school, they spend 2 hours and you get to celebrate your food, your language, your dress, your culture, and it's fun.
I think in English, but I go back to Punjabi, it's like going back, like fish to water.
Thinking is Hindi. Thinking is Hindi. मुझे ये करना है, ऐसे करना है, वो करना है, इस तरह से.
I was born and raised in Chicago. Though I went to boarding school in South India. And I think that also has some connection to why Language Day is so important to me at Neev, because my mother, it's quite common for immigration to be, especially in the 70s, a one-way road. You immigrated for a better life, a different life. And my mother always said, I want you to have your own relationship with India, good, bad, or ugly. So we were sent to boarding school. Even though we have a lot of family in Bombay, we were sent to boarding school in Kodaikanal.
It was a very conscious choice that we moved to India. And at that time, my son was 4 months old. And we moved with the idea that we are going to be in India for a few years because I wanted to give him more than the Punjabi, the Indian experience. Or I wanted his identity to be Indian too.
I am Gujarati. I'm married to a Bengali, and we live in Bangalore with very little extended family around us. We were always told, when someone says, where are you from? You say you're from India and America. You don't have to choose. If they can't get their arms around that, that's on them. And I think for our children also, you don't have to choose. We don't live in a world where you have to choose. You can be from India and America.
For us, Neev was the perfect choice. I wouldn't have picked any other school because this seemed to be very much aligned with how I wanted my child to be raised, with having Indian values, but also having a more robust way of learning.
You transact and you make your way through the world with your language if you're comfortable with it, if you're proud of it, if you can connect with others with it. And I think Neev Language Day does that. My kids see a whole bunch of other kids who look like them, travel around the world, have the resources, live in Bangalore, but they see them knowing Gujarati. And I think that makes it a little cool. It makes it a little aspirational. And maybe I wish I had that. We didn't have that.
I feel Neev really gives you that right kind of atmosphere to grow in, where you're rooted to who you are and you develop an identity of something you're proud of. Being an Indian or a Punjabi, this Indian identity, it's part of you and you're proud of it.
The way we say goodbye is aujo. And aujo literally translates to come back. It represents, in many ways, I think what Neev does today. It's inviting. It invites all of us in.
If you forget where you came from, then why are you learning history? Why are you learning geography? If you don't want to know anything, then you want to live in oblivion and not know where you came from. I think the very existence you got to know, right? What happened, how you were born, what were your roots, is very essential. We are all human beings.